boss babes, welcome back to my channel, y'all. I think this is actually the first video where I'm calling y'all boss babes, because if you know, you know that is the new name for my supporters, boss babes. Okay, so I'm excited, y'all. I've been working really hard to think of things to put together for you guys for this video to pretty much help you on your journey of wanting to become an entrepreneur. So I'm super excited, y'all. This is going to be a two-part video. Part one, which is this video here, we're pretty much going to cover the basics, finding your products, creating your website, promoting it, things like that, pretty much standard stuff. And then in part two, we're going to dig deep into the nitty-gritty. Okay, I need you guys to have a pen and paper ready because you are going to need to take plenty of notes. I'm trying to set y'all up for success. All right, so are you guys ready? Okay, so the first thing, sourcing. So what is sourcing? Obvious. Sourcing is pretty much finding your manufacturer, your vendor, your factory that you're going to be working with, your plug. Okay, disclaimer, you guys, this video is not about hair business. It is not about clothing boutiques. It's about online business, period. So no matter what type of online business you have or you're wanting to start, these tips and secrets can be applied to your business. Okay, so I may refer to a lot of boutique stuff because that's my niche, that's my specialty. That's the easiest way for me personally to explain certain things, but this is not about having a hair business or clothing boutique or anything like that. You guys can start a drop shipping business, you can start a cell phone business, you can start, I don't know, selling shoes, selling accessories, selling swimsuits, whatever you want to do. If you want to start an online business, this video is for you. Let's talk about sourcing. Now, I'm not going to really touch bases on how to find your manufacturer and things like that because that's going to take a lot of time, patience, and a lot of research. Okay, but some things I want for you to actually keep in mind after you think you found your source, your plug, your manufacturer, your vendor, whatever you want to call them, is two things: quality and variety. All right, so let's say you found a manufacturer that you think may be the one and they have quality products, but you haven't ordered anything. Okay, so this is before you've ordered any samples or things like that. All right, so you want to check for quality and you want to check for variety. You want to make sure that they have room for you to grow. So starting out, you may not start out with a production line of what you may see your brand or want your brand to be in 2 or 3 years. That's not going to happen. Start off small. Okay, always start off small and grow. But you want to make sure that the company, the source, your plug, has room for growth. So those are two things you want to make sure. Okay, everybody, of course, you're going to check for quality, but please make sure that you're checking for variety as well. And then as you grow, you want to make sure that the quality is in all those areas. When you're ready to expand, you need to make sure that they have quality products for that too. Another thing, like I said, you guys, please make sure you are starting off small. When you are starting an online business, y'all know, I know it can be very exciting and you just want to offer all of these different things. Do not do that. Spend wisely, spend slowly. Order larger quantities gradually with your supplier. As a matter of fact, if it's a new supplier, you definitely don't want to go all in. Okay, don't go off the deep end and go spending hella money. And my last thing for sourcing is to make sure that the factory actually has the capacity for your growth. Let's say you take off, and you may not take off as fast as you think. Having an online business takes a lot of patience. Okay, now you may not take off as fast as you think, but when you do, you need to make sure that your supplier can handle it, because they may be real used to you ordering, you know, a little at a time, and then your orders are getting bigger and bigger. But what if you just need to like put in a hell of a big ass order? You need to make sure that they have the means to do so. I always ask them, what is their monthly production capacity? All right, y'all, that's super important because growth is the goal. So you got to plan ahead for it. All right. Also, if you guys are unaware, I offer contact catalogs on my website. What is a contact catalog? A contact catalog is going to give you guys instant access to multiple manufacturers in different industries, whatever suits your interest. As of right now, I have a few contact catalogs on my website. I will leave the link in the description box. I have a custom jewelry one. I have a fur contact catalog. So you guys know like them fur slides. I have manufacturers for that. I also have a cosmetic contact catalog. So if you want to start your own makeup brand, but you do not know where to start, you do not know a cosmetic factory that can actually create your products, I got you covered. My cosmetic contact catalog is the shit, okay? Also, y'all, I have 3 new contact catalogs that I will be dropping this upcoming week that includes skincare, mink lashes, and edge control and hair accessories. If you guys are looking to expand your hair business and branch off into, I don't know, custom headbands, custom bonnets, different products. I will have hot tools, so custom flat irons, curling irons, hair brushes, all that good stuff. That'll be coming this upcoming week. But make sure you guys check out the contact catalogs that are already on my website. Again, the link is in the description box, okay? So let's get into tip number 2. I wanted to make sure that I included this on this list because changing your mindset will truly change your life and change your finances, okay? So if you are thinking about starting an online business, you have to reset your thinking from day one. Now, this is extremely easier said than done, okay? And some of the things I think a lot of people lack is the right mindset to start a business. You can have the right idea, you can have the funds, you can have the popularity, you can have all of that. But if you are spending carelessly, if you are lashing out on customers when you're supposed to be handling things professionally, if you are carrying yourself in public like a fool, nothing will matter. You have got to change your mindset to become a professional. You have got to change your mindset to a business mindset. Y'all, when I tell you, when you are truly passionate and you are super serious about starting a business, your business is always at the forefront of your mind. It should always be there. You have to do what you have to do now so you can live how you want to live later, all right? Doing so, you got to change your mindset, y'all. And you have to surround yourself with people who have that same mindset. That alone will put you ahead of the game. That alone is going to give you the connections that you need, and that's going to give you the push that you need on the days that you just can't push yourself. Change your mindset, y'all. That's something that is so very important. And again, it sounds easy. Oh yeah, I'm just going, no. It takes work. You have to cancel all negative thoughts. As soon as a negative thought comes into your mind, you have to train it to erase it and take life for what it is. Take life by the balls and be positive about every single thing that comes your way. That is hard as hell to do, but it's necessary. It is necessary, I promise you. You need a business mindset. You need an optimistic mindset. You have to have a positive thinking mindset to be successful, to make it. And again, it takes time, but it's something you have to work at every single day. It's all about accountability, y'all. Don't nobody have to hold you accountable except for you. All right, you guys, tip number 3. Website. Okay, so obviously you cannot have an online business without your website. So people always ask me what website platform do I use personally. I use Shopify for my business. When I first started my old business, which was also an online business 4 years ago, I used Wix. That's what I started out with. I used Wix. I created my website by myself, y'all. Which you can do, that's perfectly fine if you are on a tight budget. However, a few months after I had my website and it really wasn't like making any sales for real. And that wasn't because of my website, that was because of my marketing or lack thereof. So a few months later, I actually invested in a graphic designer and she created my website. I paid $900, y'all. And she created my website on Shopify. This is for, again, my previous business. And the website was absolutely beautiful. So that's how I got introduced to Shopify 4 years ago. And I've been stuck ever since. So even though I hired a graphic designer to create my website, my previous website, I was keeping up with the maintenance. So you kind of learn the ins and outs of, you know, running your website. So this website that I have now, I created myself, and it makes me lots of money. It works absolutely perfect. It does everything I needed to do, okay? And that is on Shopify. You know, a lot of people ask me questions about if they should, you know, make their own website or if they should outsource. I say if you don't have any knowledge on doing it and you have the funds, outsource. Hire you somebody to do it right. Don't go spending a lot of money on it. You can definitely find you probably a local graphic designer who can do some good work for not a lot of money. But if you do not have a lot of money, girl or man or whoever you are, stay up, research how to create a website. It does not have to be perfect, y'all. It does not have to be perfect. I say that because that's not what's going to drive your sales. We're going to get into sales a little later, but what's going to drive your sales is building trust with your customer. If your customer trusts you, if your marketing is on point, if you have quality products, they're going to pay y'all, okay? So don't get caught up in trying to make sure everything is perfect because you will never start. A company that is really good with literally taking online businesses from nothing to something is Fortune Digital Agency. You guys can Google them. I will leave their website in the description box. This video is not sponsored at all, but they offer different packages for business owners with online businesses. So you can hire them to create your website, handle your emails, come up with a content plan for your social media. They will literally take your business from 0 to 100, okay? So I think you guys should look into that. Again, if you have money to invest, do it right and do it smart. But if you are going to create your website by yourself, you've got to make sure that there are certain things that must be on your website. Okay, so you're going to need your shipping policy. You're going to need a privacy policy. That is law for websites, period. I believe Shopify has like a generic template for privacy policies. You're going to need your return policy. You're going to need your terms and conditions. You have to make sure that you have those things on your website. Also keep in mind that you want your website to be optimized for mobile users. Most people nowadays are on their phone, right? You're probably watching this on your phone right now. So you want to make sure that even if someone is on their phone on your website, everything is looking good. The sizes are right. It's optimized good. So like your words aren't cut off, your pictures aren't cut off, and things like that. So always keep that in mind, y'all. If you're going to create your own website, if you're going to outsource and hire a professional, they're going to do all of that for you. So tip number 4, pricing your products. All right, I probably get asked this every single day, how to price your products. There's different ways to do it, but I'm just going to tell you guys the most standard way that most businesses price their products. So first, let me break down profit margin, okay? So your profit margin is a percentage of how much you're going to make, pretty much. It's just putting it in perspective. So the average business profit margin, this is the average business. Every business profit margin is not going to be the same, even if you are in the same industry. Because you aren't paying the same price for your inventory, you aren't making the same amount. Okay? Typical profit margins are usually between 50 and 60%. Okay? So, how to figure out your profit margin? So, let's say you charge $50 for a product. Okay? You pay $25 for the product. So, your profit is $25. But your profit margin is 50%. To determine your gross profit margin, you want to take the retail price that you set, then subtract it by how much you're paying for the product itself, and divide the two, and that's going to give you your percentage. So once you know your average profit margin, you have a couple different options. You can apply that to new products that you want to launch in the future, or you can try to stay around that same profit margin. So like, and it really depends on your business, y'all. Again, everybody's profit margins will be different. Typically, people like to charge around 2 to 3 times more than what they paid for something. You have to make sure that you're factoring in your material costs, your labor costs, your overhead costs. All of those things matter. If you're an online business, right, you have shipping costs. Are you going to provide free shipping, discounted shipping? Are you going to make your customers pay for shipping? Those are all things that you have to factor into your prices when you are pricing your products, okay? Another thing I think you guys should keep in mind and actually look into doing for your business is offering tiered pricing. So tiered pricing is pretty much making sure that you are providing prices for everyone. No one is getting left out, okay? So maybe you have lower price points and you have higher price points. Nowadays, it's not uncommon for people with hair businesses to have like 2 different lines of hair, I guess you can say. Like they'll have a more expensive collection on their website, and this is supposed to be like the elite hair, the best hair, and then they'll have like a more affordable option for people who still want good hair, but it may not last as long, but you save money. It's more affordable. So that is considered tiered pricing. You're trying to make sure that you cater to everyone. I think that's a really great idea, and I think that you personally should try to figure out how you can also apply that to your business. Like I said in the beginning of this video, this is for any online business. When it comes to online business, you're going to have 2 different types of businesses. You're going to have a value-based business and you're going to have a volume-based business, all right? So let me tell you guys the difference between the 2. So a valued business will most likely have prices and products that are more on the expensive side. So you have bigger ticket items, all right? So your sales goal for the month starting out may be only $1,000, and maybe let's say you have products that range from $100 to $200 or something. I don't know, y'all. I'm just throwing things out there. So your goal may be to sell 5 or 10 products, and you hit your goal because you have a value-based business. Okay, you have value-based products. So, on the other hand, you can have a volume-based business. So that means that you may have lower ticket items on your website that may range from $10, $15, $20. Maybe you sell phone cases or jewelry. You just have low ticket items, so your focus is on lots of sales. Your focus is on the volume of the sale. So take me for example. I sell ebooks and I sell business tools. None of my ebooks are over $40, right? But of course I want to make more than $40, you know. So I have a volume-based business. I actually have both. So I sell business tools, but I also sell wigs. Now my wigs are value-based products, while my ebooks are volume-based products. Do you guys understand? So when you are creating your online business, you have to ask yourself, which is going to be your focus, or are you going to focus on both? You can be successful doing either one, but it's very important to know which lane you are in, okay? On to tip number 4 and tip number 5. Marketing and advertising are not the same thing. They are extremely similar, but they are completely different. Okay, so when I first started out, I thought they were just the same thing. People say market, I think it's advertising, and advertising is market. They're like 2 peas in a pod, but they're still their own separate peas, okay? So how I'm going to define them is going to be giving you guys a clear definition so you can know how to move properly when you are planning out your marketing plan and your advertising plan, because you must plan it out, okay? So think of marketing as how you're going to deliver your brand image, okay? So when I say your brand image, what do you want people to think of when they think of your business? You have got to know that. What do you want people to think of when they hear your name, when they hear your business name? When people are referring you to someone, what do you want them to say? You get what I'm saying? So how are you going to deliver that brand image? Think of the crayon case. Their marketing is amazing. Their packaging, that's all a part of their marketing, their brand image. Think of Ming Lee. Ming Lee set herself apart with marketing by doing hair campaigns that were extremely dope all the time. That set her apart. That was a part of her marketing, to live that snob life, like live that luxury life. Marketing. think of Louis Vuitton, think of Gucci, think of all these luxury brands. How do they set up their marketing? They set up campaigns and photo shoots and video shoots and content that is surrounded by a luxury lifestyle. So their campaigns are usually at a fancy resort, on a beach resort, or I've seen a commercial with them like on a private jet that's selling that lifestyle. That's their marketing. Their brand image is luxury life. So when you think of your marketing plan, think of what can I do to make sure that my brand image is clear, okay? Advertising is how you're going to get it in front of the customer, okay? So yes, now I know how I'm going to market. I know what I'm going to market, but how are people going to see it? That is the difference between marketing and advertising. So in 2019 and 2020, you have so many options. More than likely, people are advertising their businesses, obviously, on social media. But think outside the box, y'all. Recently, myself, have been trying to make sure that I am doing things to constantly advertise my business and my brand outside of social media, because, you know, every other day, Instagram is crashing. YouTube be having its downfalls. Facebook got bugs. It's just like, what if all of that stuff was to go down? What are you going to do? So make sure, yes, you're advertising on social media, but you're also advertising off of social media in real life, okay? So you have got to create a really dope and a really solid, strong marketing and advertising plan, all right? So my next tip, networking. Networking is single-handedly one of the most important things to starting a business. If you are a shy person or you are an introvert, you have got to break that. You have got to get out of that. Because if you do not tell people about your business, how the hell are they supposed to know? Okay? So some tips that I have, if you guys are trying to figure out ways to get your name out there and meet other people and how to network, I got some tips for y'all. One of my personal favorites, so I used to travel a lot, and I'm about to start back because I just love traveling so much. I want to see the world. But every time I would travel, I would look on eventbrite.com and I would look up seminars and just business things that were going on in that city, because how the hell else would I know what's going on? Like, if I go to a new city I've never been before, how am I supposed to know about things that's going on if I don't know nobody there, you know? So I always look on Eventbrite, y'all. I love Eventbrite, and try to make sure that you're looking ahead of time, like maybe 2 to 3 weeks or 1 to 3 weeks before you go, so you can RSVP. Some events are free, some you have to pay for. It would be at your discretion, but y'all, Eventbrite has put me in front of so many people. And then the great thing about it is, if you're attending a business event, you're going to be networking with business individuals. So it's like amazing, okay? So definitely look into Eventbrite when you are thinking about networking, even networking in your city. It could be, you could look on Eventbrite and be like, oh my goodness, I didn't even know that this was going on this weekend or next weekend or whatever. Check out Eventbrite, y'all. I'm always on Eventbrite. Another thing that is super important when you are trying to network is supporting other small businesses, supporting other online businesses, supporting other businesses, period. Too often people want support, but they aren't giving it. Okay, so this is a two-way street, and people will be so much more likely and so much more willing to support your business, your new business, if you're always supporting them. And if you guys don't have like money to go out and buy people products, it's so many other ways to support people. You can share their posts, you can recommend them, you can refer them. It's so many other ways to support people without spending a whole bunch of money. And of course, you can spend some money, like that's helping them too. Support people the way you would want them to support you. Once you start doing that, you're building relationships with the right people. You get what I'm saying? So in addition to the Eventbrite events, you guys want to make sure that you're trying to go to events at least once or twice a month minimum, because you want to constantly put your face out there. You want to constantly meet new people, tell new people about your business, because word of mouth is still the best form of advertisement. It is never going to change. ever. So if you're steady going places and people like, dang, I saw her, I saw him 2 weeks ago at Doo Dah. I saw him, like, you want people to keep seeing your face. You want them to tie you to your business. As soon as they think of you, they think of your business. Get out there and network. Get out the house, okay? After this video, I'm headed to an event as soon as I'm done filming this video, okay? All right, you guys, my next tip. Okay, so a few weeks ago, or maybe it was a few months ago, I don't know, I uploaded a video on some of my favorite books to read that has changed my life. And one of the books that I mentioned was The Purple Cow. This book was actually recommended to me by Jay-Z, not, directly to me. He did an interview and, whatever. But anyway, I heard about the book from Jay-Z and I read the book, y'all, and the book is amazing. So I am definitely going to recommend you read this book. Then you'll understand what my next tip is. But my next tip is going to be find your purple cow. Find what is going to be your business's purple cow. Okay. Now, a purple cow is pretty much what makes you stand out. What makes you remarkable? What do you do that the next person doesn't do? What problems are you solving that the next business hasn't solved? So people always ask me, do you think the hair industry is oversaturated? Yeah. I think every industry is oversaturated. Okay? Don't worry. Don't put so much thought and energy into, I don't want to get into this. It's too saturated. Everybody does this. Everybody sells this. Like, everybody sells everything. So the next time that pops into your mind, walk down a bread aisle. Walk down a wine aisle. What's going to make you stand out? You have got to figure that out. It can be your delivery. Think about when y'all think of what's the best fast food ever. You think of Chick-fil-A. Why do you think of Chick-fil-A? Because of their customer service. That's their purple cow. The food is good too, don't get me wrong. But it's not the best chicken you've ever had. But it may just be the best service you ever had. When y'all go to Chick-fil-A, how are you doing today? It's 93 degrees. You having a blessed day. God bless you for coming through this lane. Girl, you could have been having a bad day and they just make your day so much brighter. That is their purple cow. Customer service is amazing. What is going to be your purple cow? Y'all have got to figure that out. All right, you guys, my second to last tip. Promotion, okay? You have got to figure out how are you going to promote your business, your brand. All right, so you figured out your marketing. You figured out your advertising. So you know how you're going to market yourself. You know how you're going to market it. Now you know how you want to get it in front of people. Now you want to promote that. You want to put money behind that. So you have got to create a promotion budget, an advertising budget. You have got to figure that out because now in the era of social media and everybody wanting to be an entrepreneur, Instagram has figured out that, okay, we got people literally becoming millionaires on our app and we are not getting a piece of the pie. They're shadow banning people's account. The algorithm has changed to where your posts are not being seen by people. They want you to put money behind that. So you have to figure out what ads are worth paying for to you and how are your ads going to stand out amongst everybody else. Okay, so I think you guys should do some deep ad research and figure out how to get people to click on your ads, how to get people to click on your websites and draw their attention in. That's something you have to study. Just putting money behind and boosting a post is not going to guarantee you sales. Okay, so I think you should actually study different promotion tactics from Facebook to Instagram. They even have email ads now. Literally, I saw an ad in my email this morning. Crazy. You have YouTube ads. All of those things are promotion. All of those things requires a budget. Also, you guys, look into paying influencers and look into paying YouTubers to promote your products. Nowadays, that is what big brands are targeting because if you have an influencer with a genuine reach that's in the same industry that your brand is trying to target and get customers for, that's direct access to your potential consumer. So that's definitely something worth looking into. But most influencers cost money. In the end, the goal is to get sales, right? So they're going to be bringing you money. Obviously, you thought that if you're thinking about reaching out to them. So yeah, you have to cut a check too to pay them for their time, to pay them for their effort, to pay them for their assets. Okay, y'all? So always think of how you're going to actually promote your products. And you can do this in stages. You don't have to just go full throttle and go full force right away. Create an action plan on how you're going to promote yourself. And of course, you should always be promoting yourself on your personal pages anyway. Going hard every single day. Posting. And even if people aren't liking and commenting and sharing, they are watching. Trust me, they're watching. Promote yourself constantly, day in and day out. Do not stop. Do not let up. Okay, so for my very last tip, I wanted to save the best for last. How to drive sales, okay? There are so many different ways to drive sales, so I'm just going to tell you guys a few different tactics to always keep in mind and think about pursuing. The first thing is SEO, which a lot of people typically don't talk about, but is extremely important as an online business to rank high in SEO to get your products in front of millions of people. Okay, so SEO stands for search engine optimization. So that's pretty much saying when you go to Google something and I don't know, you're looking for high-waisted pants or you're looking for new heels, sneakers, whatever, that first page, all those businesses that rank on the first page has a high rank in their SEO for that product, okay? So as an online business, that should be your goal, to rank high and to have a good SEO. So to improve this is something that can improve over time by the amount of visitors and the amount of transactions that are being processed on your website. But you can also look into companies to improve your SEO and to get you on that first page, second, third page. But that costs money, honey. It costs money, but again, it's all an investment. So of course, if you're going to be on the first page of a Google or a Bing or a Yahoo, obviously that may bring you more customers and more sales. So definitely look into how you can improve your SEO for your online business. Also, another thing I want for you guys to make sure that you're keeping track of and that you're constantly thinking about is the slow and the busy seasons for your business. Okay, so let me just tell y'all this, and this is something that I had to learn. Every business has peak seasons and slow seasons. Okay, typically you're going to make the most money around the holidays for obvious reasons. People are shopping, you know, people are buying gifts and things like that. You have Christmas, you have Black Friday, you have all of these things. So those are more than likely going to be your peak season. Another peak season may be around tax time. So people are getting money back and they're spending more money because they have more money. Now, slow seasons may be around when school starts back because people are getting their kids ready for school, buying school supplies, school clothes, things like that. Or just the summer may be slow in general because nobody's really buying anything. They're on vacation. You're going to have slow and you're going to have busy seasons. So it's important for you to know for your business, what does that look like for your business, because then you can plan accordingly. Okay, you can know okay, I'm going to buy more inventory before we reach this peak season, or I'm going to not buy as much inventory, or we're going to have a huge sale, things like that. However you want to plan, you can plan accordingly if you know your seasons for your business, y'all. That is so vital. It's going to make a huge difference. Another thing I want to tell y'all, which is going to sound real shady, but hey, it's a dog-eat-dog world, okay? And that is to target your competition's audience. So if you're starting out in a new business and don't nobody know you, the easiest way for people to get to know you is to go and target your competition's audience and their customers, their consumers. An easy way is to go on their social media, people that's asking about their products, people that's commenting on their posts. Go reach out to them, go comment, go follow them, engage with them. Then you're putting yourself in front of them. and those are potential customers for you who are already interested in that business, in the same market that you're in. I also strongly recommend you guys plan and schedule out a solid content strategy. I have an ebook that will be out soon. I'm not going to give you guys an exact date because I'm still working on it, but it's pretty much going to give you a 30-day content plan and tips on how to plan out your content. And doing that will drive you sales, because then you can pretty much plan out exactly how you want certain chips to fall. It's kind of like you can set up a domino effect, or if you want to introduce this before you introduce something else, you have all the means to set up how you want it. But I strongly recommend it, knowing what you're going to post before you post it, like planning it out. Now that's where we are with like social media, planning out your content. Now when it comes to your actual website and driving sales, something that helps me a lot is showing off my customer testimonials, showing off reviews. So don't just take my word for it. Listen to what this person said. Listen to how this helped this person. So you guys also want to make sure that you're integrating that into your website, into your social media, into your advertising, your promo, everything that you're doing. Show that people can vouch for you. When people can vouch for you without you having to say anything, your product is selling itself. Other people are now selling your product for you without even knowing. Okay, so please make sure that you have it set up somewhere on your website for people to leave reviews and things like that. Also, in part 2, we are going to get into systems, which will make your life so much easier. That's in part 2, y'all. So along with customer testimonials and reviews, you also want to create a sense of urgency for your product. So let's say you're launching a new product, or you're having a sale, you're throwing a discount out there. Put a sense of urgency on it. Say sale ends in 10 hours, sale ends at 12 o'clock, sale ends at whatever. Create a sense of urgency to where people feel like, oh, I need to grab this before it's gone. That's definitely going to drive your sales, but that comes from having quality products and creating a community where people trust you. Also, something that I strongly suggest is to offer a really great guarantee for your product, so people feel comfortable buying with you. So like a very reasonable return policy, making sure that people can communicate with you and your business very easily. Like they shouldn't have to go through hoops and hollers to get an answer to a question or to get information regarding their order. Okay, so you want to make sure that it's very easy to communicate and that you have great guarantees put in place so that they know, oh, okay, I can trust this company, I can spend money with this business. Especially online businesses, which are known for fraud. So you have to go above and beyond to make people comfortable with spending their hard-earned money with you, okay? Also, make sure that you guys have a very simple checkout process, because people lose interest extremely fast. Attention spans are shorter than ever. If I have to go to your website and I have to put in my email, put in my billing, my shipping, and my phone number, and my birthday, and I am logging off your website. I'm not doing all that. I ain't doing it. It's too long. That's what the average consumer is going to think, and they're going to get off your website and you're going to lose a sale. So make sure you have a very simple, easy breezy, beautiful checkout process. Last few things, you guys, make sure that you are accepted as many payment options as possible. On my website, I offer Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, PayPal, regular billing and shipping, regular credit card, everything. Whatever you got, come with it, okay? So make sure you don't just have, oh, we only accept PayPal. What if I don't have PayPal? What if I don't like PayPal? What, you know what I mean? So accept as many payment options as possible that works for your business. Lastly, you guys, for your website, this is going to sound like common sense, but make sure you have quality and consistent images on your website. Have to be quality. Don't be putting up blurry pictures or pictures with a messy background, or pictures to where I don't even know what the product is because you got 5 different things in the photo. Quality images, y'all. So that sums up part 1 of how to start an online business from start to finish. Make sure you guys stay tuned for part 2. We're going to cover taxes. We're going to cover email marketing, community building, brand ambassadors. We're going to cover all that, y'all. So this was just the build out. This was the basics. Then we're going to get into how to keep it going, how to keep your business thriving and making you money, okay? So make sure you guys check out my contact catalogs. Again, the link will be in the description box, and part 2 will be uploaded once we get this video to 1,000 likes. So go ahead and give it a thumbs up and share it, tell a friend and tell a friend, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Mwah.